And we are back. Oh, yeah. You're listening to the Rut and River Pursuit podcast.
A very special episode.
When I say we're back, I mean, people can probably already tell based on the title of the episode that they clicked on.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on.
Come on.
We're at it.
We're here.
You can hear a difference in the
Yeah.
There's a buzz in the air.
There's some ambient noise, as they say.
Ambiance.
It's getting louder.
Where are we at, Will?
It is getting louder.
We're at the 152nd Great American Outdoor Show.
Is that the right number?
I don't think so.
Okay, it
Just
sounds
roll,
good.
It seems
we're
like it.
rolling.
Okay.
with it.
I've been coming here since I was
just-
like 10 years old.
I
So
just keep saying it. It'll catch on.
So it's PIC's 10th annual.
this is my rut-iversary. I met you guys here 1 year ago, about 50 feet over there.
Get out.
Yeah.
That is a true statement.
1 year rut-iversary.
I wish they
And
would
look
have
at you
warned
now.
me.
Yeah.
Right?
You got a full beer.
I could be 1 year and done. It could be a 1 year contract. And today's it.
Didn't you know the contract's up? Did anybody resign
It's a
you?
contract year.
We won't tell you until the shift's over. Though,
Okay.
Bud.
Well,
Don't worry.
let's quickly run around the table. I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'm Ryan, but I also have the Deekster, who's monitoring all of our levels, and we didn't give him a microphone today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
No
was
way.
intentional.
Mike Lestique.
Who else we got?
It's Bucky.
I'm Will.
Jordan.
This is Pick.
Oh, yeah. And we heard a new name in that mix, didn't we?
Yes,
Jordan.
you did. Yep.
Mr. Jordan.
Jordan.
How are you, bud?
Good. Good. Otherwise known as Mike's cousin. Here,
Yep, Mike's
helping
sister.
out the crew. Yep. Mike's sister. What have you?
No, that's not true. We got some talented boys with us
Yeah.
this time around.
We
Yeah.
brought Mikey Miller in, and then it's Jordan McCall, right?
Right. Right.
And Jordan and Mike are going to be running some cameras for us,
Yep.
picking up some extra footage. So,
McCall Media
Yep.
and 8-3 Media.
8-3
bit-
Media.
Media service, of course.
Yeah, so if you guys have not yet checked out any of the stuff that we're putting out from the show, make sure you keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure the order in which these things will be released, but
It's going to be in bulk.
try to keep up, I think, is the best way I could say it, because we're going to be flying content out of this building. You know what I mean?
It's like audio chum.
Podcast dump.
We're
And video chum.
Yeah.
Audio
true that.
video
We
chum.
do get into the
The
videos.
AV chum.
I
as we
can't wait
call
for
it.
that. Stevie's ready to go on the AV chum.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have another crew running some live videos on Facebook.
That'll be like a slick.
Oh, man. Draw them in from all directions.
What are you guys looking forward to the most?
Besides just being here.
Just the experience.
Just the allure that is all things Great American Outdoor Show.
Right?
I think that, we hit a couple shows that were, what's the word?
More formal.
So we just got back from ATA.
Right.
And, so this is our first
Consumer show?
consumer show, and
Yeah.
it's the biggest,
Hands down.
Hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Massive. So anytime that we can get here and you can interact with people and see how they're reacting to products and different things like that. I mean, there's the lines for them.
Right.
So you're like, what is that? You're interested.
Yeah.
Right.
You're drawn into it.
Right.
And it's like, you have to check it out because you don't know what literally is over there
Yeah.
just based on the lines.
Mhm.
So I just think you get that here where you don't get that at other shows.
Right. When you talk about those industry shows and stuff, you don't see that reaction from people. I mean, you do to some degree when it's like a really new or innovative type of product.
Sure.
But for the most part, everybody's just kind of checking out what are the new things. Here, it's like
All the new
you don't know
things are here.
what's going to happen.
Everything.
Plus, as Brian alluded to earlier, it's like this is tradition, right?
Absolutely.
We talked about it a
Yeah.
lot last year when we were at the show. But I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of us grew up not far from here, and we've been coming here since we were getting pushed around in strollers.
That's true. That's true.
You can't deny that fact.
Deke has a stroller that he just keeps adapting as he gets bigger.
The best part is right now we can actually attack him pretty viciously,
Yeah.
and he's got no way to defend himself. Although he is in control of the volume settings, so if one of us goes quiet, that means we're saying something pretty mean
and
about
if it
Deke.
sounds like I'm having trouble controlling the volume
Of
of
my
my voice, like I'm suffering
It's
from
just the
voice
unfreezing
modulation.
process.
Yeah, it's because Deke turned me down a little bit.
Oh, I love it.
I am excited though
Yeah.
What about you,
To add to
Jordan?
that, for the traditions, 2 hours away, every year, same group of guys that I come with usually buy tickets for each other and load up the trucks, and we come out together. So it's a big tradition for
It
me
was
as
great
well.
whenever he bought my ticket. I was just like, I can't believe.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, Jordan. This is a new tradition.
Oh, yeah.
You should buy my ticket every year.
Hashtag TBT.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
No, this is awesome. Just every year seeing some of the same people reminiscing on how the year was, and then I think this year we're going to really strive to get some new faces, some new voices out to the people, and introduce them and allow them to.
First impression, speaking of new people, just walking in the back of one hall and briefly through this half the outfitter hall to get to to where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like there was more vendors are in that space compared to last year. So I'm excited to get out and see how big this show is.
I think I know exactly where you're talking about. Like, there was an area in the main outfitter hall that for years has always been like pretty wide open because they fill it up with a lot of vehicles and stuff, and that's jam-packed full of vendors.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
This year. So, yeah, different outfitters and stuff that are back in there. I think we're going to, have those new interactions, talk to a bunch of new people, and a lot of it's because there's new folks here.
There's
Exactly.
always a surprise.
Yeah.
There's always something.
And that's what I was also going to mention. Who's that next best friend of the show that we're going to meet this year? Yeah,
Who's the Manny Pacquiao? No. Who's the Manny Puig, rather, that we're going to find this year?
Yeah,
Right.
They're always
Who's the Brian Picker?
Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to do a little boxing later.
Yeah, we're gonna smack
In case
each other
anybody
around.
Woo.
You know what I'm excited about is Tuesday,
Oh, yeah.
the R2 Sportsman's Night Out.
It's going to be a blast.
Can we talk
Can we?
about this already?
We can.
Is it too early to start talking about
No,
it?
I don't think so.
Because
It's never
we are
too
a
early.
lock. We are a lock for the venue, guys.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Oh, you
Hold on.
good. You got
It's locked in. We got it locked in.
We weren't sure. I
We're
guess.
good to go, guys.
It was touch and go for
Rest
a minute.
assured.
Yeah. We sent Bucky and we got it all in lockdown now.
We call him the closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Joe Kay's is a Sportsman's Night Out, and it's just a fun night out. If you're in town, you're in the area. It's Joe Kay's. There's the axe throwing place.
Yep.
Restaurant.
in Union Deposit.
Yeah.
And directly following the show, it's just we all filter over there. That's where the fun stuff's going to be.
Start off with a little
It's
dinner
just-
and
it's drinks and
throw
Sounds
some,
like a good
throw some
time.
blades.
Then
Throw
you-
some blades.
then
and
you pick your teeth with an axe.
I wouldn't advise that.
Huh?
I wouldn't advise that.
picking your teeth with an axe.
Yeah.
Really?
You get into the gums a little deep sometimes.
Bucky did it last year.
I did.
Had a boy.
It worked real good. I had some like bacon or something.
But he signed a waiver, so it doesn't. It's fine.
I'd have to see
So
that,
he's good to
Buckman.
go.
I'd have to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. In fact, I had such a good time. I didn't even get to throw an axe at all. I
Yeah.
was chatting with everybody that was there.
Chatty Bucky. That's
Chatty
what we call him.
The Barbara Walter, or
Yeah,
not the Barbara
we
Walter.
do call him that, don't we, Pick?
Chatty Bucky. Really? You guys been calling me
That's
some
what I've
names
always
behind
called
my
him.
back.
That's what I've always called him.
Chatty Kathy Bates. I remember that from the other episode.
Yeah.
Still makes me giggle.
Thanks, guys. But
Ankle breaker.
this show, I've been anticipating. It's like Christmas, or the first day of buck season, or the
I
first
didn't
day
sleep
of archery.
well
Yeah,
last night.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't.
Up late, hard to fall asleep.
I had indigestion.
Did
But
you?
no.
I slept like a baby.
Didn't
Did
you
you
have
really?
Mike Miller was at your house? I mean,
Yeah.
Did you have to tuck him
that's
in?
why you didn't
I had to
sleep so
tuck
good.
him in. I was worried.
Yeah.
he-
Kept hearing him roll around. You didn't want him to
He'd
sleep
roll
on his
over on
back.
his back. Yeah. and I had to.
Make sure.
Bless his heart.
Golly.
It's
Sorry,
getting close.
Mike.
8:57.
It's almost like I'm picking on Mike because he can't defend himself too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
8:58. The doors are about ready to
Yeah,
burst
people are-
open.
And another one of my favorite traditions of the outdoor show is the anthem that kicks off every
Yeah.
morning.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're
That's
about
right.
to hear
And-
something.
Great segue. Great segue.
Good
we
call,
go.
Bucky.
Amazing. If I tear up, I'm sorry.
Ryan,
It's a
got
podcast.
cover on. And it's official.
How about that?
You can't
Great
beat that with a stick, boys.
No better way to start
That's fantastic.
Great American
Getting some
Outdoor Show
chills there.
2020.
National Rifle Association, thank you very much for. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
You just
Show
heard it.
There it is.
officially
Come
open.
on down, folks.
You bring one, come all.
This is great.
It's an exciting time.
Yep. There's the Old Glory walking right by us, heading to the
yeah.
front entrance. And the
Well, I'll
doors
tell you what,
open,
and the
people
buses
are rolling in.
The buses are rolling through.
Oh, yeah.
Lines are forming.
They're already out the doors coming in.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
We have a nice young lady over here with some American flag
Fingernails.
nails.
Some
Nice.
nail
It's the real
glamour.
deal.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I think it's about that time.
To break for.
You know,
The rhythm and the rhyme.
I'm going to get mine.
The rhythm and the rhyme.
To get yours.
it doesn't matter what I say as a segue. Will's going to find a way to work a song in. I love it.
At some point.
Well, what we need to do is, much like these crowds,
Yeah.
let's make our way to the show floor, gentlemen.
Start
Let's
rolling.
get this
Do
show
it.
going.
Show 4.
Here we go.
And we are finally here, guys.
We are.
Great
We're in
American Outdoor Show 2020, brought to us by the National Rifle Association. We are here. What a way to kick it off, but in the QDMA booth, guys.
Quality
Yes.
Deer Management Association. We're with, Corey Slater.
That's right. Corey Slater, Regional 2 Director for the QDMA.
Nice.
And we happen to be in the Outfitter Hall if you're looking for the QDMA booth while you're here at the Outdoor Show. Sorry about that.
You mentioned what region?
Region 2. So right here in Harrisburg, this is the center of Region 2. We encompass eastern Ohio, so pretty much Columbus, straight up and down if you draw a line north and south, all the way over to the coast. So it's eastern Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and West Virginia.
Wow, that's
cool.
Now,
that's
we've
some
had
territory.
QDMA. We've talked to Kip. We talked to some other people from QDMA. I never really thought about the region. So what do you do at a regional level?
At the regional level, it's really our grassroots. It's where we reach out to all our people and have our most impact. At the regional level, we're going to go ahead and have branches. We're going to hold fundraising events. We're going to hold habitat improvement projects, which actually here at the Great American Outdoor Show, if anybody's interested in doing a habitat project local here to Harrisburg, we're improving on state game lands 80 and 243.
Nice.
So that's the sort of stuff that we do locally. We like to do a lot of that public land stuff, venison donations for the needy, different things like that the branches can get directly involved with.
So not only are you doing habitat management for public and private land, you're also trying to outreach and get new hunters too?
Correct. So that's probably our biggest national goal right now is in the R3 realm. As you guys are probably well aware,
Sure.
we're losing hunters by the millions and at an astronomical rate. It's not just slowly declining anymore. It's dropping off hard with the baby boomers
Right.
aging out. So we're trying to do a lot through our Field to Fork programs. Our Field to Fork programs are introducing first-time adult non-hunters to the woods.
Right, yeah.
The reason behind that is that if you get an adult hooked, say somebody that's post-college age, they have the financial means, they have cars to drive there, they have spare time, they have all that sort of stuff
Right.
disposable to them that they can get actively involved right away.
Sure.
Where if you introduce a kid, it's great, but you kind of cross your fingers when they're 12 years old coming from a non-hunting family. You
Right.
cross your fingers,
Yeah.
hope mom and dad want to buy them a couple $1,000s worth of firearms or archery equipment or anything like that, and
Yeah.
then hope
And-
that they're still going at 18.
And then to spend the time after the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get driven to the woods, all that sort
They
of
need a
stuff. and
mentor while
hunted
in
with
the
them
wo-
until
yeah.
they're 16.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. That's a great concept. How are you actually doing that? How are you accomplishing it? How are you trying to grab those post-college adults? How are you trying to grab them into the hunting industry?
So we're trying to hit like a totally untouched market is our theory right now, and we're focusing on the food aspect. So we're going to farmers markets
okay.
and people who are really connected with their food, that want to eat local, they want to know fully organic and where their meals are coming from. We're trying to target those sort of people.
Outdoor grocery store.
Exactly. I mean, you can't get more fresh than 40 yards out your back door,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So are you guys having taste tests? Like what's going on with that farmer's market?
Exactly. So we like to set up a grill there, start grilling up some back straps, some really good cuts of meat, right? Fill the whole farmer's market with that smell that everybody's drawn to the grill.
Yeah.
And then just hand out samples. Ask people if they've ever tried venison before. Let them try it. Have jerky there, summer sausage, different things like that that's real easy for people and palatable. Let them know that it doesn't have to taste gamey. And
Yeah.
it's very easily prepared. All you need is a grill or, Heck, you can even do it on a cast iron skillet on your stove.
Okay.
So we make it simple for them, let them know it tastes good, ask them if they want to learn how to do it themselves.
That's great. You're getting people into the industry, into the outdoors by their stomachs. I love it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So you have other events as well, other than your local farmers markets. You have banquets or a way that you can draw people in to see what QDMA does.
Yeah. So we have banquets, and that's our primary fundraising for things, outreaches like the Habitat projects, the Field to Fork events, things like that. So a local branch would set up, they would do a banquet in their local area, sell tickets to that, live auction, silent auction, raffle prizes, guns. It's all given away there. And from that local event, they keep a portion to stay local there.
Yeah.
With those funds, they decide what they want to do with it. If it's a real Habitat-based group, they can go and do Habitat projects on it. If it's people that are really into R3, they hold Field to Forks, or they have spring turkey hunts, or whatever they want to do. That branch is in charge of their funds. As long as it's going towards the QDMA mission in some way, shape, or form, they can have at it.
So with that said, is QDMA a nonprofit? Is it 501(c)(3)? Okay.
100% nonprofit, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned a couple times, was it R3?
Yes.
Can you let our listeners know what R3 is?
So R3 stands for recruit, retain, and reactivate. That's recruit new hunters, retain the hunters that we have so they aren't quitting and dropping out of the ranks, and reactivate people who have dropped out. So if you have somebody in your mind right now that you're thinking about, maybe it's somebody new that has always talked about or showed a little bit of interest in hunting, get them out in the woods and mentor them. Sure. If you have a buddy that had a kid and hasn't bought a hunting license in 5 years, get on him. Tell him to get back out there, buy a hunting license, make time with him so it's not just him going out and sitting in a tree by himself. Go out on a turkey hunt with them this spring or whatever you want to do, but just try to re-engage with these people who are either previous hunters or have an interest in it to boost license sales, and that helps the entire hunting community.
I think some states are trying to hop on board with that. Where I'm from in Maryland, also here in Pennsylvania, they have the mentored license program.
Yes.
So it makes the states and local municipalities make it easier to introduce new hunters. So if you're out there, get somebody into hunting, buy them, or let them know that they have a mentored system that they can get out there for 2 or 3 years for a discounted rate, and sometimes not even take a very small hunter safety course to get them out there and introduce them to hunting. So
yeah.
We hear a lot about Habitat from you guys. So, what if I'm a landowner and I come up to your booth or I look at the website, what can you guys help with landowners?
With landowners, we got our roots and everything started in habitat management, working with foresters, working with the state game commissions and the DNRs around just to help private landowners understand how to balance their herd, what a healthy herd looks like, what a well-fed herd looks like versus overpopulated, browse lines, food plots. That's where we really got our start. Nowadays, you can kind of find that almost wherever, but QDMA is still stuck strong with our magazines. You're going to get 5 of those a year if you're a QDMA member. Online, we have hundreds and hundreds of articles written by Kip, Matt Ross, Joe, our founder, Lindsay, all the guys at QDMA, as well as external people that write for us as well.
That's great.
Sometimes.
So,
speaking of landowners, I have to ask about farmers. Do you get a lot of farmers interacting with you saying, I have this problem, I want to keep them out of here, what can I do? Or do you get guys working with you that maybe are non-hunting farmers that are needing to draw some hunters into their property?
I've definitely fielded a fair amount of those questions in my stay as a regional director, but as far as working with farmers to draw people in, we could possibly work with them in a local aspect. I'd shade that more towards a branch side of things,
right.
So they can be involved and active in their local community to help out with any farmer that has any sort of that. You can go on the QDMA.com and find your local branch in whatever state you're in. But that's where I'd shade those sort of questions or inquiries about that.
That's great. So you guys are a membership-driven group, nonprofit.
Yep.
What do you said about the magazine? Anything else that you get when you become a member?
So you're also going to get, today at the show, just for instance, you're going to get a $25 Bass Pro gift card. It's $35 to sign up, so you get a $25 Bass Pro gift card. You get an Aging Whitetail Bucks on the Hoof DVD, a decal on the 5 yearly or 5 issues of our Quality Whitetail magazine.
That's
wow,
awesome.
You can't beat it. $10? here at the
that's
show.
what it's going to cost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get a $25
wow.
gift card.
You
and
just
the
head right
membership's
over to
30
Bass Pro Shop after you're done here. You know,
Exactly.
spend that gift card right away.
Plus, you get access and resources from Quality Deer Management Association and those magazines 5 times a year.
Yep. You have plenty of stuff that comes out in our magazines from our partners. You get discounts on habitat management modules and things like that we put on around the country.
Well, that's awesome.
How can I sign up? Can you tell us how?
Sure,
how I
come
can
right
do
over
that?
here. We got a form over here. You give us your name, contact information, email, all that fun stuff.
What if I can't make it down here to the show?
If you can't make it down here to the show at this booth, you're not going to get that $25, but you can go to QDMA.com, and there's a Join tab in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Just go in there, fill in your information, $35, you're signed up for a year.
So where can they find you on Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook is the Quality Deer Management Association. Instagram is the QDMA, and if you're looking for the regional stuff, Region 2 here is at QDMA, Region 2 QDMA, and Facebook is Region 2 QDMA.
That's
Awesome.
perfect,
Yeah.
man. Thanks. We appreciate your
Hey,
time.
appreciate it, Corey.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep,
see
no
ya.
problem.
Phil Buckman, I was walking down the outfitter hall, and I saw something that is incredible.
Well, did you mix myself and this all that up?
Well, you guys both have the scruff.
Yeah, like-
and I just was like, you guys look similar.
Yeah,
If that's your spirit animal, I don't know what is.
It might be this year. I usually find a spirit animal every year at the outdoor
Audad
show.
might be it for
I think
2020.
2020.
Absolutely.
So guys, we are at the TC Outfitters from South Texas with Mr. Charles. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Yeah,
How are
man.
y'all?
Good. So you have, there's pictures of all kinds of animals. List on what is all on your ranch.
Well, we have whitetail, turkey, hogs, javelinas, but we do have a few of the exotics. We have black buck, aoudad, axis. That's our main animals, but we can find other animals to hunt if you want them.
Oh, nice, man, nice. Now, we were talking a little bit off air. You have one heck of a property. How big is that?
Well, we have 4 different ranches, and they vary anywhere from 6,000 to 80,000 acres continuous.
Wow. Okay. Now, you're in Texas, so we hear a lot about high fence, low fence. What are you guys?
We're totally low fence. We don't
Okay.
have any high fence property
Awesome,
at all.
awesome. So you could have your neighbor property might have something slip over
Sure.
that you don't know
Sure,
about.
we
Oh,
may have something slip over
yeah,
there.
you got a big
goes
grin
both
on those.
ways.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And with 80,000 acres, that's a lot of property to
Almost
keep
size
an eye on.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about there.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. So tell us a little bit more about your ranch. You have a full service place.
Yes, we have is all-inclusive hunts.
Okay.
We include all meals, lodging, the guides, game care, open bar, everything. All you got to do is bring your hunting clothes and your hunting equipment and a lot of coolers.
Sounds like my kind of
And
place.
where would we fly into? To get
You'd
to
fly
you
into San Antonio, or sometimes if we're hunting axis at our place in Sonora, we'll fly into San Angelo.
and Texas is a big place.
Big
San
place.
Angelo. I've never heard of San Angelo, Texas.
2 hours northwest of San Antonio.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Man, you got some cool terrain too. With that variety of land, you have to have different terrain. You got all that too. So you got some bluffs, some cliffs.
We got some elevations and we got some flat brush country.
Okay.
Yeah,
A little bit of Texas snakes running around, I guess.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Got to have them snake-proof chaps on, huh?
Yes, sir, especially during the spring and summer.
Yeah. So, speaking of spring and summer, when are your seasons? You run year-round, or do you have open and closed seasons for the time of the year?
On the exotics, we run year-round. The deer, we run from October 15 to January 15.
Okay.
And then turkey starts middle of March to the end of April.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And
So-
what subspecies of turkey down there? You got
It's all Rios.
all Rios.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that got your fire, didn't it?
Absolutely. I've seen a couple pictures of a full strutter up there.
Yeah. During the spring, we can do a combination axis or aoudad hunt and mix it in with the turkeys.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
incredible.
Pretty cool hunt.
What? So we come down there and book a whitetail hunt. What is our setup? What is our situation? Walk us through. We arrive at camp. We hit that open bar on the first night. We get a good meal, a good rest. What happens that next morning?
Okay, when you arrive, we usually do our hunts where you arrive at noon to 2 on the first day.
Okay.
We'll sight your guns in. You get situated in camp and get your belongings in your room. Then we'll go out and hunt for the evening. And then when we come back, there'll be appetizers and a big meal and cocktails and a campfire for that evening. Next morning, you have a continental breakfast, and then we go out and hunt. Come back 10:30, 11 o'clock. We'll have a huge brunch, and then have another lunch around 2 or 3, and then we do it all over again.
Is this an eating trip or a hunting trip?
I was just going to ask.
Because, man, I'm hungry thinking about all
Are you
this.
doing a lot of walking to burn all these calories?
No, but
or?
I can't control the wildlife, but I can control what happens in camp.
There you go.
That's a good situation. No matter what,
Honest
you're going to
man.
eat good. The wildlife will do what it's doing, but that chef is going to be cooking up some grub.
Exactly, and I'm proud of our chefs.
Speaking of cooking up grub, can we eat these all, Dad? Are they any good eating? I'm always wanting to eat what I shoot.
Most people don't eat them, but we've tried them and we eat them, and they're very good. The only thing is they're a little bit tough, so you just got to cook them a different way.
Just put them in a slow cooker, or marinate them up for a few days, brine them or something.
Sure.
Put them on a smoker.
No, they're excellent table fare.
So, Charles, what's your most popular hunt? When you book a hunt, what do people request?
Most time it's a whitetail.
Whitetail.
Second would be the audad or axis.
Okay. So most people did that South Texas whitetail.
South Texas whitetail, yes, sir.
I don't know, those all that are awesome. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah.
Is that when you're hunting all that? Is it a pretty physical hunt, getting some elevation for that, or?
We have two different styles. We have some in the elevations, in some of the hills in the hill country, but we also have some in the flat country where we hunt out of blinds and spot and stalk, etc. So either or. One of our hunts is real user friendly.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, if somebody wants to bring any kind of weapon, if they want to shoot recurve, they can shoot recurve. If they want to shoot rifle long distance, you guys are game for that?
Anything's legal in Texas.
I love it. Man,
God bless Texas.
we are in the wrong state.
Yeah. Oh, I already know
This
that.
is a couple-hour flight out there, though, so we can get there pretty quick.
Exactly.
We are target rich.
You are target rich. I love it. Man, and the one thing we don't see a lot of is the javelina. Like, we don't see a lot of outfitters for it. A lot of the big things is the hog, but javelina is just a little bit different. You want to touch on that a little bit?
The javelina, you're allowed 2 a year, and we hunt those mainly spot and stalk just to give a little bit more fun. We'll do that with bows a lot, and we'll feed some roads. They don't come out real early in the morning, so it's a mid-morning, early evening type hunt, so it's kind of fun to do in the middle of the day. Yeah.
Just to kind of
break the monotony.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're fun animals to hunt. They really are.
Sleep in, eat a good breakfast, chase some javelina,
finish
early, head back, get another meal. Sounds like my kind of hunt.
You don't get that size without eating good,
And then hit the whitetail stand in the evening, right?
There you go.
Well, Charles, like you said, this is just a target-rich environment, and we appreciate you giving us the time to let us talk to you. If our listeners can't get out to the show and talk to you, how can they find you?
They can look us up on the website. It's tcsountexashunts.com, or we're on Facebook under TC Outfitters, and Instagram TC Outfitters, or they can call me at 210-264-8518.
That's perfect, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Everybody out there, if you can't make it down here, at least get over to the Instagram page to check out some of these photos of the variety of species that Charles has to offer down there.
The exotics you have are just incredible.
I just can't stop staring at these pictures.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just incredible. Incredible.
Well, perfect, Charles. We appreciate your time.
Well, thank you all.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Enjoy the show.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
show. This is Rutten River Pursuits podcast, and we are around the 2020 Great American Outdoor Show. We are here, walking up and down the aisles, and something caught my eye. There's a couple large creatures with antlers, 5x5, 6x6, and they are some Colorado elk. We're here at Riverbend Outfitting. They're based out of Colorado. I'm here with Ashley and Tel Gates, and thanks for joining us here. We have a lot of our guests and co-hosts say that their bucket list hunt is an elk hunt, so we figured we'd stop and get some information then talk about some West Coast hunting, chasing those big animals around. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your outfitting business, and where you're at.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Colorado. I'm a sixth-generation cattle rancher and then a second-generation outfitter. And we're located in Meeker. Meeker actually has the largest elk population of anywhere in the nation.
Wow.
Our elk are migratory. We also have the largest migration pattern of elk, and they come from 3 different directions, which is pretty cool. You know, as they have them collared, these elk will intermingle and then go back to where they were from.
Really?
It's a very heavily wooded area. Our unit actually where we hunt is Flat Tops Wilderness. You cannot access it other than horseback or walking.
Oh, wow.
You can't even ride a bicycle up in there.
Huh.
You know, we do rifle or archery. You know, the archery is a little tough on guys that have never done it before.
Yeah.
But our guided is just a blast. You know, and then our repeat guys that do the drop camps, you know, they do well.
Okay.
You know, that's more of on the move. In our rifle seasons, you know, it's more people kind of watch TV and think it's a spot and stock. Our area is not a real big spot and stock area. Out of all 15 camps that we have, we will go and show each person in that camp how to hunt that area as if we were guiding.
Okay.
Really?
You know, we got these places that we know elk like to move through, patterns. Our average size of elk that we kill is about a 270.
270 inch.
270 inch. We're not a trophy unit. We get guys that kill barely legal every year. We have a point restriction, which is 4 points on one side. And, you know, every year we'll bring about a dozen 300 class bulls off the hill. Not everybody's going to get one of those.
Yeah.
The largest we brought out last year was mid 380s. It was a kid's first elk hunt. We told him where to go.
Yeah.
8 minutes into his hunt, 40-yard shot with a cannon, and he's done. And I told him, I said, listen, don't ever come back because it's never going to get that easy.
High stakes.
Yeah, no, great people. But, you know, it's all horseback. It's anywhere from 6 to 15 miles in.
Wow.
We raise 90% of our horses. My dad started his own breed of horses about 12 years ago, and he was the first person to ever import an Australian stock horse stallion in the United States, and we breed them to our mares and train them, break them, do our own farrier service. So
That's awesome.
we got good animals.
Yeah.
So how does that work? You have the horses, and you basically just set up a camp somewhere. So you're hauling everything in on these horses. So this is like a real. It's more than just a hunt. It's a real adventure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The adventure starts when you get to Colorado. Then you get on that horse, and yes, it is an adventure, and guys just love it. So,
speaking of getting into Colorado, if you're coming here, you know, from the East Coast, where will you be flying into?
you know, a lot of our guys will fly into Denver. There's closer airports, but it's really expensive on some of them airports, and they'll rent a car.
Grand Junction is
Grand
another
Junction
option.
will work. A lot of our guys drive. You know, if you get 4 guys that kill 4 elk, it gets expensive to fly that
sure
mile.
does.
Yeah.
Our drop camps average about 50% success. You know, our guided is more like the 75%.
Wow.
Okay.
I tell guys in the rifle seasons, a lot of people get carried away thinking they need to be guided. I said in the rifle seasons, if you're willing to listen to me, I'm going to show you every spot to hunt that I would be sitting right next to you.
So you offer full guided as well as semi-guided hunts, or what are your
full guided or a drop camp?
Drop camp. Okay.
So these camps have been in the same location since we've had them. The Forest Service makes them keep them in the same spots.
They're permitted.
And on our drop camps, when you get there, there's a wall tent already set up, and it has a wood stove with some wood. It has a propane stove with propane, cots, table, axe, shovel, saw, and water.
Okay.
And then we give these guys a packing list on what to bring. And, you know, it's all got to go on a horse, so it's all got to make sense. It's about 200 pounds of gear per person on a pack horse. And then when we get them up in there and they kill an elk, we tell them skin it, quarter it, get about 20, 30 yards from the gut pile. We don't want you hauling it back to camp or to the trailhead. And the reason we do that is if there was a bear come in there, it's going to smell that gut pile. It just walked past the quarters to the gut pile. So we'll go in there and we'll throw all that meat, all 4 quarters and the antlers on a horse, and take it out, take it to a processor, have it cut up, ready for them to go home.
So I see another set of antlers on the wall there. It looks like a mule deer. You offer mule deer hunts as well?
We do. So our mule deer population in Colorado is kind of dwindling due to chronic wasting disease. Amazingly enough, on the Flat Tops Wilderness 20 years ago, you would not see a mule deer one.
Wow.
For whatever reason, I don't know if these deer are moving away from that or what, our mule deer population where we're at is is increasing. We're seeing
Okay.
more and more mule deer.
Yeah, it's a good thing for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's a monster muley, but that's a dark timber buck.
Yeah.
Okay, they're living up there in the middle of the woods.
High altitude.
And high altitude. So we do specialty early season mule deer hunts. It'll take an out-of-stater about 14, 15 points to draw that tag.
Yeah.
We've been 100% at it, and we're killing some studs.
Some big ones.
But they only give 3 out-of-state tags a year for that.
Wow.
So
What's early season?
What
time of the year
Early
is that?
season for that buck hunt, that's
Yeah.
September.
During
early
archery
September.
seasons.
Okay.
So if I want to book a Riverbend Outfitters hunt, what are you going to tell me to bring? What do I have to pack and bring, depending on the hunt, to get out there
that's
and
a
get
good
it rolling?
question.
Yeah, so we give you a gear list, clothes. It seems like a lot of guys think they're going to bring 12 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
They're not going to wear 3 of them. So we give them a list of clothes to bring. A lot of it's layering up. You're going to bring your food, a couple pots and pans. You're going to bring a sleeping pad to sleep on, a backpack, a lightweight backpack.
Yep.
Sleeping bag, pillow.
Yeah, sleeping bag and a pillow. Your food. Some small details is rope to tie up your quarters in the trees, binoculars.
Yeah.
Basically, if you were going camping,
Right.
the
Exactly.
camp list.
And you provide that list to the person who's coming out and
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Our hunters are responsible for applying for their own licenses. We don't
We
give
can't.
the right.
We can't apply. What we do, call them on the phone and get them through the system.
Sure,
It's kind
help
of a
'em
tough
out.
system and get
Yeah.
them
Right.
through that process. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Our archery is a draw. Our muzzleloader is a draw. Our archery will take an out-of-state or 1 point. Muzzleloader is a little tougher, about 10. Our first rifle season is a draw, but for the last 10 years, there's been over 1,000 leftover tags, so it's
Wow.
an easy
Easy draw.
tag.
Yeah.
Second and third seasons are over-the-counter unlimited, and then
Okay.
our fourth season's a draw as well. We got some guys that have been repeat with us for 40 years, 3 generations, and they've never had troubles drawing that first season tag.
Wow,
They've
that's
always
awesome.
gotten
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah. So if people can't get down here to the 5,000 row and see Riverbend Outfitters, how can people find you on the web or social media?
Yeah,
us about
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. We got a website, riverspendoutfitting.com. We also have Instagram, same thing, Riverspend Outfitting.
Okay.
And
Facebook.
and then as well as Facebook, same thing.
If they
Riverspend
wanted to
Outfitting.
call you directly, what number? Go ahead.
Give me a call, 303-710-6653, or email me at gateselk, that's Gates, elk, E-L-K, at gmail.com.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I had to stop by. I saw this was the first elk that I saw, and I said, I gotta stop here. I gotta stop
You've been
here.
talking about doing an
I
elk
have,
hunt
yeah.
out
I'm
west
going to try to plan one
recently, right?
for 2020. I'm heading out in July, but it's a good place to start at Riverbend. So
That's good.
if you're not down at the show, make sure you check them out on the web, check their socials,
Yes.
and give them a hookup.
Yes, sir.
Great.
We are blessed
All right.
to do what we do, and,
Thank you.
we're in a great part of the country.
Yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
say.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to add, and we're one of the states that still does not have wolves.
Okay. All right.
They're talking about them coming down slowly. Me in my lifetime, I've been everywhere on those flat tops. I've never seen a wolf one.
Okay.
We don't have grizzly bears. We do have black bears and mountain lions, but the wolves are the ones that are going to demolish the elk
wiping it
population.
out. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why you have the biggest herd in the country,
Yeah,
right?
we have the largest in the
absolutely.
nation.
Absolutely.
Cool. Great. Well,
Thank
Tell-
you.
Ashley, thank you very much
Yeah,
for
nice to
spending
meet
some
you
time
guys.
with us, giving
Thanks.
some information on some West Coast elk hunting.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
You're great.
you.
Have a
Appreciate
great
it.
show.
Yes, sir. You too. Thanks.
All right. Well, there it is. Part 1's in the books. I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see what Part 2 through Part 9 bring. It's going to be a pretty eventful couple of days. Cannot wait. Keep it coming, fellas. Keep it coming.